Hey guys, what's up YouTubers? California Adventures. I'm still in Ventura County. I just wanted to show you down here by Oxnard Shores sort of how I grew up. They fenced this thing off, but we used to hang out over in those sand dunes over there and catch lizards and go ride our ATCs. And anyways, the beaches up here for some reason are beautiful and they're hardly littered. I don't know why they fenced that off. And anyways, they're doing some building here, so this has been vacant for years. And yeah, we used to play over there in the dunes. And I just wanted to show you, I've never been used to downtown like Santa Monica with the homeless situation that they got and the littering and all the debris. I never grew up that way. I grew up where, you know, we had trash in our house. That's a nice place right there. But my dad was sort of a pack rat. But on the beach that I grew up with, there was no trash. As you can see, there's really, that I could see, this is today, there's no trash on the road. There's trash up here, but it's pretty, it's still pretty rural, believe it or not, even though it's been all built up and to a degree. And here's the sand dunes. They're sort of fenced off, but if you want, you can sneak over there. I think there's some drug addicts hiding out over there somewhere, but we used to ride our motorcycles, ATCs, out there in the sand dunes. And I think there's some trash back there where people are getting high because there's drug problems pretty much everywhere. And yeah, it does have its problems, but it's rural up here. There's farm country and sand dunes. And anyways, they were gonna build over there where this block wall was, but it's I guess it had contamination, like truckloads of stuff brought in, and they decided not to do it. They took like an impact report. But yeah, I grew up with the sand dunes and very few people. As you can look around, there's very few people. There's more cars now, but this is between Oxnard and Ventura, and you can tell it's a big span. It's about, I don't know, 5 or 7 miles where there's there's no houses. And there's the sand dunes. Like I say, we used to ride our motorcycles out there in ATCs, and they got this big Edison electric plant that I think they're shutting down. There's some debris right there. Somebody threw like a fence thing on the side. So yeah, it's even coming up to this area. I guess there's people out there living to a degree, but it's still pretty nice. So that's nice when we can keep areas nice, folks. Pretty much. Nice is nice. And anyways, there goes my camera back and forth, and I think they're gonna hopefully tear that thing down. But yeah, it was just beautiful growing up. Not a bunch of problems, and like I say, you can see it's still very rural compared to like being down in Santa Monica, like 60 miles down the coast. Like you can see right off the freeway here, the 101 or the coast highway, the coast, we got farm fields, and I think right here they're selling strawberries because we got tons of strawberries. And you got McGrath State Beach over here, which is like rural. It's just rolling hills and sand dunes. So no people, very few people up here. So very fortunate. You know, they kept the farm fields and they kept it nice. So I don't know. There's some trash out there, believe it or not. I should get out there with my trash can. Yeah, and it's sort of popping up everywhere. You know, unfortunately. And there's some people riding their bike between Oxnard and Ventura, but not many people. But yeah, you can't find trash. I'm looking, it's unfortunate. I think there was some back there, but it's popping up a lot more than it used to be. It just seems like people are allowing all kinds of stuff to happen, which is sad. I don't know who's gonna rescue us all. I guess, you know, I'm gonna, or you're gonna, or we're gonna. But yeah, there's a nice bicyclist riding probably to Ventura from Oxnard. So as you can see, it's still beautiful up here. Farm field, they haven't filled it up with houses. They're still growing strawberries and making money. And this is only 50 miles up the coast from Los Angeles. I don't want to promote it too much, or even more people will move up here, but it's just a beautiful area I grew up in. And that's sort of one of the reasons that's inspired me is when I go down the freeway these days and I just see everything littered in the beach. And I don't think I showed you the palm trees I was working on, which you know, I used to do when I was younger, the ones I got paid for, and the sand beach cleanups that I used to do. I didn't show you that, but I'm still, like I say, I was lucky. I came up in a very nice area that they ended up, you know, the rent went up crazy and a bunch of rich people moved in, but it was beautiful growing up. So it's a beautiful area up here, Ventura County, and it'd be nice if we clean up all the areas, you guys. Just yeah, whatever. It's hard to find trash cans and dumpsters. Luckily that last hamburger place let me use the trash can there, but Yeah, it's like gold trying to find a trash can these days. And you can't just leave stuff. I've left stuff on the side of the road and it's probably not going to get picked up, like those leaves. Chances are they're not going to pick it up. Chances are you got to get it right into the dumpster. So from the trash can to the dumpster. So I couldn't show you everything I wanted to show you. Like I should shave. There's the river bottom, the Santa Clara river bottom. But yeah, it's still rural between Oxnard and Ventura. It's great. And you know, you get used to living this way, and then when you go down to the city and you see all the trash and the debris and the people living on the beach, it's quite a shock. For me it is. And it's sad, unfortunate, you know, that, I don't know, a lot of it's drugs and poverty and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, we need to work on these problems and, you know, take them a day at a time and hopefully get people indoors and back to work and all those nice things. You know, so it's nice, it's cool seeing, even though Santa Monica's pretty crazy, there's a lot of people out there enjoying themselves, but it does seem like a lot of people just don't care, you know, littering and stuff. It kind of sucks. They've always been doing it for years. And like I said, I grew up with trash. I hate trash. I don't hate the trash itself. I shouldn't hate the trash, but I like clean areas. So I'll do what I can, you know, whether it's working on a few palm trees. Like I say, I wish I could get rid of the leaves. Got to stash them somewhere. But I could do a little bit. So I'm still trying to make it a 99-cent store, Home Depot, and maybe head back down the coast. But I got a lot done today. I'm happy. I feel good. Thanks for watching the videos. California adventures like used to have with Huell Hauser. Used to do all kinds of stuff up and down the coast. Before everybody had a YouTube channel, you know, back with the camcorder when somebody would record him. But he was on PBS, Public Broadcast System. And he was the man pretty much. And he went all over California talking like Oxnard, the Channel Islands, the strawberries, the farm workers, everything, the mountains, and the beauty up here. And everywhere he went around California, really cool stuff. So I got California adventures too, you guys. Not nearly as cool as Huell Hauser, but you know, it's enjoyable. Talking about good stuff too. So got to throw that in. There's a lot of good stuff going on. So yeah, I got to focus on that. I got to take time out to focus on the good too. You can just get overwhelmed by all the problems. But I haven't got a complete solution for cleaning it up other than maybe taking it a trash can at a time. And, you know, that's about it, you know, getting it to the dumpster, dude. That's it, you know, not just leaving it behind. Some of it I will, like the branches on some of the palm trees, you know, they'll decompose after 4 or 5 years, or I'll come back and, you know, try to get them again. But I don't know, the lady at the thing didn't want to let me use the trash can. I'm like, well, you know, this is all our problem. We need to work on it. You know, I don't feel like, my friend bought some hamburgers and sodas, and, whoa, look at that boat. So it's like, you know, yeah, before you know it, your place is going to be thrashed. So we got to help each other out. You know, that's the name of the game. You know, you got dumpsters, let us use them. Let us put a little stuff in there and not overwhelm them, but, you know, use them to clean up some area. Like I say, that last area wasn't clean in 20 years. Those cassette decks that I was looking at, the radios and the cars that were there, those were 20 years old, easy. They had cassette decks in them, and I found a cassette reel to reel. So that area hasn't been cleaned up in 20 years. And you talk about this problem, this homeless problem. This ain't new. This stuff's been sitting there for years, you guys. And people are like, once you clean it up, they're going to just come back and get it. I don't believe all that. You know, that's sort of a cop-out. So, you know, when you find a cassette deck that's 20 years old and it hasn't been cleaned in 20 years, so how can you say, oh, it's just going to get filthy again? You know, we got to lead by example and show people, hey, you know, even if it makes them feel guilty and crappy, I hope it does. You know, that, you know, they'll start cleaning up. If maybe people see others care, they'll start, you know, following the lead. Anyways, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to finally make it to the 99-cent store without getting sidetracked again. And there's the 101 freeway I'm looking at in Ventura, and I hear it just gets worse and worse from some of them. I saw some of them as you go towards the valley. It's crazy, and the debris, and it's sad, you know. But I'm going to work on my part, folks. And that's it, you know. That's all I can do. I'll do it until I feel good enough about myself, and then I'll stop. And I'll take a break and relax. But I'm not going to stop until I feel good enough about myself. You know, I could do quite a bit. You could actually get a lot done. And I had to clean my trash can out. It was stinking bad from some cottage cheese or something. So I took it to the beach. And I've found a backpack that I'm cleaning up. You know, they threw in the dumpster down in Venice, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it. It's, you know, whatever. I found some trinkets, and you know, there's good stuff out of all the junk. So try to give it meaning and something. You know, try to give meaning to this junk that I find, you know, down in the areas so that I'm cleaning. So that's cool. All right, I better shut her down, you guys. I got to get around the corner here and shut her down and get to the 99-cent store. Give me some supplies and off to Home Depot. Hopefully, if all works out. All right, see you guys later.